Hello, welcome to chapter 1 Fundamental Ideas and Key Concepts. So, we're going to start with what is a model. So, a symbol is something that represents something else. We humans need symbols to simplify and expedite communication. The symbol isn't the subject, it stands for something else. Instead of describing all the tangible and intangible attributes for behaviors of something every time, we agree on a common symbol and use it instead. This means a symbol can be a sign, a word or name, or a physical object. However, a symbol is a black box. Somehow we have a general knowledge of what it describes, but not in its entirety. Apart from the fact that a symbol can represent something intangible and abstract like love, fear, death, it's still very vague for even tangible and common physical things. So let's consider an example. Car. We know car is a word that symbolizes a vehicle that moves on four wheels. However, it still leaves most of its attributes and behaviors undefined. So using a symbol instead of what it stands for can simplify the communication but isn't good enough for pinpointing specifics of the actual object. Regardless of this downside, symbols will keep us from getting stuck in infinite amount of loop of redefining the concept. Instead, we use it as an inherent tool in our toolbox to deal with our sensory inputs. Aside from describing and communicating what something is, we need to describe how the thing works. In this case, a model represents something works. A model represents something how works. Putting together a model is a completely different problem compared to coming up with a symbol. When several people agree on definition, they can replace that definition with a symbol. Afterward, they can use that symbol to simplify their communication. But when you want to communicate how something works, you are dealing with a question you need to answer before you can communicate it. Let's say I want to help others understand how a car works. No matter how much detail my answer offers, I need to examine the subject and find a logical answer. My answer might be a generalization, that is, a car works when its engine operates. I could also provide a detailed blueprint that shows every nut and bolt. However, I can't avoid answering the question. I need to offer more than an accepted definition. Understanding how something works may well be more important than defining it. Basically, a good model of something could also be its back box symbolic definition or a substitute for it. For example, if I can give you a good map of how a car works, we could consider the map as a definition. Knowing how something works, being able to build a model from it, has important benefits. It allows us to correctly interact with the object. Our interactions with a car can help us learn how to drive it and change the oil. It will also help us predict its future behaviors and states. We will learn a car won't run after a serious crash. Most important, it allows us to reproduce or regenerate the car. That information might also allow us to create an improvement such as a new car or a better exhaust pipe.